Let's talk real quick about the other two types of tile-based games. That's Isometric and Hexagon. I'm not going to show the entire game using these two techniques, just to show you how to draw the levels. And I'm assuming you guys can extrapolate from these and create your own games in these tiles if you want to do that. So the initial process is pretty much the same. I downloaded a couple tiles from opengameart.org. I went here to set to multiple, I spread them apart. You see the tiles are slightly different, they are now in diamond shape. They could also have a transparent background, so it's totally up to you. And the process is pretty much the same. The only thing different, these particular tiles, they are 128 pixels per unit, so they are slightly larger than the regular tiles. But after that, we are going to basically be creating an example of a tile map. So come here and 2D and tile map. And this time, instead of rectangular tile map, we are going to use isometric. We have two types of isometric. The one called isometric, the one called isometric Z as Y. The difference between the two is that the first one we will assume a one level game environment. So all the tiles would be at the same height. And the second one would try to fake an elevation using the Y coordinate as if it were a Z coordinate. So we could bring tiles up and down and give the illusion of a different height. Remember, using isometric and hexagon, the idea is for us to fake 3D. Okay, I will use this one so you guys can see a better example. So you just create here, and let me call this one background, just like we did before. We have pretty much the same parameters as the others. We now need to create one tile palette. I'm going to create a tile palette using pretty much the same technique. Let's call this one isometric. And instead of a rectangle, we are going for isometric Z as Y. Here we have the cell size, and the cell size is going to be based on the size of your tiles. Usually, what I learned from online is that normally what we do for the height, for the Y coordinate, we divide the horizontal resolution by the vertical resolution to see how much we are going to get in here. In our case, I have a 128 by 128, so my height here is supposed to be 1. And this parameter here, the custom axis, that comes from Unity. It's a weird mathematics that finds the best angle for us to see the third dimension in place. So the Unity suggests minus 0.25 as the sorting axis. You can change that, and by changing that, you are going to see the third dimension, or the fake third dimension, in different perspective. I'll keep mine as default. This is just a simple example. So I hit create. We are going again to the same as before. Select our asset folder. We have a tile palette, and in tile palette I'm going to create the palette. Just like before, we're going to drag and drop our tiles. Remember, they are now split in individual tiles. And again, going there, tile palette, and select folder. And there you go. We now have a bunch of tiles, and creating the tile map is basically the same process as we did before. The only difference now is we have a possibility to fake a third dimension by changing the Z position here at the bottom. For me to do that, you select a tile, and then in the Z position you are going to define how this tile is going to move vertically. By now, at this point we have Z equals 0. You can see here the white rectangle. The tiles match the exact position in the grid. If I change this to Z equals 1, you are going to Z equals 1. You are going to see the tile hovering 1 unit above the position in the grid. You see the blue square, and we can keep going like 2 and pushing up every single time. Let's start with Z equals 0. So you select a tile you want to draw, like for instance this one. Set the Z position to 0, and you can start drawing. Like right now I'm drawing using the box selection. You can also use the individual tiles if you want to do that, just like we did before. And depending on the order you are drawing, you want to change, select the background, you want to change here to the top left and individual. So this way is going to fix the problem of adding another layer. So let's use this one with the grass and set order 1, and you can start drawing this second layer. You can have like another layer. Let's use maybe the third layer could be this one with the snow. Layer z equals 1, and you can go something like this, and you keep adding layers after layers to make your scene look better, like so. And let's add a fence. Finally, let's talk a little bit about hexagons. By now, I hope you guys already understood the principle. It's basically the same idea. I downloaded from OpenGameArt a bunch of hexagon tiles. The only thing to notice about hexagons, we have two types of hexagon. Let me show you here in the inspector. Select one tile, like so. If you notice this tile here, we have the top part of the tile is pointy, but I could rotate the tile a certain amount of degrees and I will have the entire flat surface at the top of the tile. So these two possibilities we call the point top or flat top, and that's the only thing to remember when you are creating your game level. So when you are coming here to create your level, 2D, tile map, hexagon, you need to tell Unity if you are going to use pointer top or flat top. So it all depends on the artwork you download, you create for your game. And the same thing is when you create your tile palette, same logic. You are going to get a new palette and you have to choose between the point top or flat top. Be consistent, and after that everything else is pretty much the same. You import those tiles into your palette and you start drawing new tiles in the game environment. Don't forget that if you are using the artwork from Kenny, the pixel art is not set to 100. You have to select your tile map and change from 100 to 128 and then hit apply, and then you can start using them in your level.